So here's a question that from the Year 11 mock, and student didn't get it at all right, got 0 marks. And it does look like quite a hard question. Just have a read of this, please. Now that is a hard question. Okay, now before we do this question, I'll just show you how to start it a little simpler with a question that's not quite as bad. Okay, the question that's not quite as bad is this one. A set of 18 scores has a mean of 7.5. What's the sum of the scores? I call that a backwards question. They've actually told you the answer. Last couple of weeks you've been working out means by doing subtotals and dividing by the number of numbers. Here they've actually told you what the answer is. They've told you that the mean is 7.5. Now all you need to do to answer questions like this is use the famous, Scarlett, you with me? Use the famous strategy called naming, stating and equating. Okay? Basically it means you state a fact using an equals sign, and the fact is that the mean is 7.5. Okay? And then what you do is you just write whatever process you would have used, but use names instead of the numbers that you don't know. So what did it tell us? There were 18 scores, so we're going to divide by 18. We're going to get 7.5, but we don't know what the sum of the scores is, so that's the naming part. So let the sum of the scores be x. So x over 18 equals 7.5. You solve that with a red dude. You just times both sides by 18. Then you work that out in a calculator and you're done. So that's the easiest version of this. You just state your process. You go this divided by this equals this. It's just you need to be comfortable putting an x where there was a missing detail. Is everyone cool with that? Let's do another one that's very similar to it. A set of scores has a mean of 13. So we know something divided by something is going to be 13. What's the sum of... oh, wait on. Oh, this time it tells us that the sum is 286. But we don't know the number of how many numbers there are. So let the number of numbers be n or x, whatever letter you like. So total divided by the number of numbers is 13. Now this is just red dudes as well. You times by n to get rid of the fraction as soon as you can. Then you divide by 13 to get the n by itself. You pump that through a calculator and there's your n. Okay? So they're the simple versions of this hard GCSE question. Before we do the hard GCSE question, let's look at a medium version. Here's a medium version. The mean of a set of scores is 11.8. Now I'm always telling people with this strategy, the word is almost always becomes equals. Okay, so it should be dead easy to write an equation for this. Is 11.8 equals 11.8. Is it a mean? Yes it is, so it's something divided by something is 11.8. Have we been told how many numbers there are? Yeah, there are 5 numbers. A set of 5 scores is 11.8, so we're dividing by 5. Now, 4 of the scores are actually there. 17 plus 9 plus 14 plus 6. It's just we don't know what the 5th number is. So just say let the 5th number be x. And then you're away. The first step for this is not a red dude. Zara, what's the first step?
Add all the numbers.
Yeah, just add these. Simplify them, right? 14 plus 6 is a 20. 17 plus 9 is a 26. So I think it's 46 plus x over 5. That's not a red dude. That's just adding up the numbers that are written there next to each other. Now you times both sides by 5. 5 times 11.8. 5 times 11 is 55. 5 times 0.8 is 4, so it's 59. So therefore x equals 13. Okay, and we're done. So if you use naming, stating and equating, in other words, lay down some names, whether it's an N or an X or whatever letter you want to use, state an equal sign and you'll be sorted. Okay? Now before I give you some of those to practice, let's just come back to this beast of a GCSE question. Pretty sure that even though this is horrible, that we... Okay, can I just say the word is? Scarlett, you found it?
Yeah.
Tell me what it is. Is what?
It's the mean mark for all the 55 students is 72.
So there you go, equals 72. The mean mark is 55, so something divided by 55 equals 72. Okay? That's a blank. I don't know what the total is. Okay? I'll come back to that in a second, because you would just want to make sure your names are sensible. Hey there.
Can we have 6 for GCSE?
Yeah, sure. Okay, what's the other is? It's 67.8, so equals 67.8. How many people are in this mean? It's 25. So is everyone cool with that? Now normally I tell people to use as few letters as possible when they're doing their naming. What should we do? Should we just say that's X?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to name this one first. Okay, so the total marks for Class B is Y. So Y divided by 25 is 67.8. Let the total marks of Class A be X. So X divided by 55. Oh, wait on. X divided by 55 equals 72. That's wrong. Why is that wrong? What gave us the 72? It was all the students. So that is wrong. What should it be?
25.
No, the actual totals. What's the totals of all the students? We could call it Z. No, that's the count. That's how many. Oh wait, no, that's the mean. So the mean for all students is 72. The number of students is 55. Isn't it just X plus Y? Okay, X is the total for Class A. All their marks added up. Y is the total for Class B. All their marks added up. But remember, this one was about everybody together. Okay? Now, this is an example of how you should use as few letters as possible, okay? It would be tempting to just say Z there, like let the total for both classes be Z, but there's no reason to if you have a total for Class A and a total for Class B. The total for everybody will just be X plus Y. Okay? Georgia, you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what to do now, Georgia.
Times by 25.
Yep, so we'll do this one. Can somebody just do that for me on the calculator? What's 67.8 times 25, please? Emily's doing it, so it's cool.
It's 1,695.
1,695. Okay, we're also going to... What are we going to do with this, Georgia, this one?
I'm gonna
Say again? What, this one, you correctly told me to times both sides by 25. Times by 55. Emily, can you do 72 times 55, please?
72 times what?
72 times 55, please.
3,960.
Okay, now, these two things are so useful, and I'm going to put them in a box just so my eyes drawn to them. What should we do with that? Any ideas? Anna? What topic is this? Yeah?
You minus y from x plus y.
Yes, you do. That's exactly what you do. Alternatively, you just say that this, even though I just put this in a box because I was so proud of it, it's not nearly as good as this. I really need you to be quiet there, please. That is just a direct rewrite. Look, that's been copied, that's been copied, that's been copied, the plus has been copied. The only change is that y has become 1695. What justifies that? Y is 1695. First, what do we do with this?
What to get x?
Yes?
Would you just take 1,695 of 3,000?
Yes, you do. Emily, can you do that on the calculator, please?
Wait, what was it again?
96 need to be swapped around, remember?
Oh, thank you.
Wait, is that
3,000.
265?
It didn't tell us to wear hurdles for each. I mean, what's on the students in class? So done is very good, because now I'm sorted. For the students in class, what's their total? It's enough to find it?
67.
Yes, 1,695. You need the total class B, the total for Y. There's Y. How many in class B? So I mean, has somebody already done that, have they?
I thought that was the mean.
It's 67.
Oh, well, hold on, I've made a mistake. Okay, sorry. Could you... I've made a mistake here. This is class A. It's class A, so we know the answer. See? So therefore, it's class B that's got the X. So therefore, for class B, it's 2265 over... How many students are in class B?
25.
No, it's 30. Yeah, because 55 altogether, 25 a class. So Emily, can you work that out for me, please?
It's like that.
75.5.
Okay, and that's your answer. Okay, so if you use naming, staining and equating, silence please. If you just write that template a whole bunch of times, this divided by this equals this, do your red dudes, and you'll be fine. Okay?